of the moment on Lunar Crush. Now, coin of the day has been allocated to a DigiByte on this website. Let's see what they say a coin of the day is. Every day we pick a random coin and unlock all social markets for 24 hours. Create an account. It's free to access all indicators and crypto research tools across all coins. Well, there we go. That's the coin of the day. So let's take a look at all their crack that they have on the go for this. Well, I'm doing a good job of selling this for them, haven't I? I think maybe I should back off a wee bit. Seeing Reddit volume up here, 166.8%, while the rest of the volume right across the board is hugely down. Wonder why? Can I see any sort of details on that? Overall, is it just that we have this has been mentioned? Is this being mentioned by somebody about to be banned on the likes of Wall Street Bets? And are they going to be told to relegate themselves back over to R investing? I wonder. I think Elon is secretly buying DGB, DigiByte coin. I wonder, wouldn't that be great? I'm sure that he buys everything that he buys in absolute secret. So there's a wee tip for you. His most recent announcement, of course, is the news. So that's not the rumor. Anyway, DigiByte to dollar is a lot easier than Dodge to $1. Get on with it, crypto land. Well, is that even true? We'll have to check out the charts for this thing in a second. Anyway, we're seeing that this is exclusively occupying the rise on their volume over there in terms of their chit chat on Reddit. So I wonder what that's all about. If there's any insights to be had with that one, you'll have to compare it yourself in the future if you are using this thing with other coins. Am I going to sign up for a premium membership of it? I most certainly am not. Anyway, the overall increase in social volume is a little bit false in that sense that it's kind of confined to one arena. You'd think if there was something worth talking about, really it would be talked about in more places than just one. What's that all about? Is there then some nice pump and dump fun for us to have for us? Now, what is it called? DGB, DigiByte, USDT, and that is what we'll be taking a look at just now for a moment or two. And by the way, if you're wondering, whoa, Rocky, when are you going to take a look at our normal coins? We'd like to look at Bitcoin and all the rest of it, then don't worry, we'll be taking a look at them soon. And I'm just checking in here at the chat and I can see Sean Thomas, no specific coins here for support. Oh, no specific coins. That was in relation to me saying, would you like me to look at anything in specific? He's just here for support, and cause anytime I watch, there's always something to learn. This is a never ending learning process. Wow, what a guy. Absolutely, completely 100% true. That one. Nice to see you here, by the way, as well, to Kevin King and Bob Mo and Marcin and anybody else who's joined us in the meantime. If you have just joined us recently, be sure to drop a like on this most fantastic of videos. And yeah, once again, by the way, Sean, thanks so much. You're welcome. Can't put a price on what's come out of this whole channel and community. That is just wonderful. And we are a relatively small community. If you want to see something, if you want to be a part of a crypto technical analysis, fun, entertaining, enjoyable community where you're probably going to increase your ability to trade from average to way higher than average quite quickly with the support and friendship that you might want to do that, rather than an austere environment or indeed one that's full just simply of crazy swear words and nonsense chat. This is the place for you, and you can absolutely find a link for free, of course, to join the Discord where we chat regularly on the regular. So we're just a small community, as you can see on YouTube, 2,203 subscribers currently. I wonder if we'll get any more subscribers during this video. It doesn't happen all the time, but one day we will see, of course, the coins doing what the stats of the channel doing what we saw happen on all of these cryptocurrencies recently and just flying through the roof. If you want to be part of the ground floor there, then this is the way to do it, and get in early. We've seen the price of DGB over the last wee while go up 195%. It's not messing about. It's gone up an awful lot, but we have, of course, dropped down in terms of the price action today. Already a 13% movement back down the way. We've had this as our previous significant low. We could, if we wanted to, draw on a Fibonacci retracement point from, of course, our last inflection low before we rose towards the top side. But I think if we're fair about this price action to ourselves and our eyeballs, that this section here is where we've seen the uprise in pricing of this thing ever since that particular low, and this section here was, of course, a downward trend from the 15th of August, like so many cryptos, right up until the late December period, or indeed for some the start of this year. And bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool then and popping that in with that previous low and taking up to our high, then the most reasonable 236 point probably comes in here at 0.04294. Over here we see the prices are currently 0.044, and in some senses maybe that goes along with the slight pump and dump nature that we saw in terms of their social rankings whenever Lunar Crush let us see behind the scenes slightly in terms of what they were talking about with it not being distributed, and in terms of that's getting a push up somewhere, it's in one arena rather than another. You know, it's not like Elon Musk has got everybody in the world talking about this one, essentially is what that boils down to. And we are coming right in now for a challenge of it. What I would of course love to see happen would be for that to just be a challenge and be able to sustain the price action further on up towards the upper side with any reasonable retracements along the way, not coming down to the targets that we see here on the Fibonacci retracement tool on the right hand side. If we were to just simply retrace as far as the 236, that would be absolutely fine by me. Looking at the previous price action where we had these previous lows in, however, it does seem fairly ominous when we look towards where a nice natural low would be when we regard our structure on the market. Taking in our previous highs here, I'm going for the body closure here and the subsequent wick up, giving me 2 points on this one to say, okay, this is an area for us where if we cross down below it, things get, of course, rather tasty. Now, you are welcome to short these coins. I am not somebody who simply insists that the world must go up always for everything to be in the correct order of things, but that is then the green line for us here for taking those shorts, coming in at that 429 area. Easy enough to manage your risk, preferably, of course, like I say, what we obviously want to see happen is for us to be able to get an easy risk management zone like this for us. When we look between the two areas on this and we want to drag in something that gives us a nice risk to reward ratio, then what would you be looking for? If we were to go up towards our previous highs simply then and then wanted to kind of get a 5-to-1 ratio on this one, then you're looking at having the option of doing that not too difficultly without much difficulty. Hey, how about that? Easy enough to do that, looking at a push that is somewhere between the 236 and the 382. Try not to get faked out too much for us here on this one. If it does go down the way, then, you know, looking at these areas thereafter are probably fairly solid bets, unless we really and absolutely capitulate. The zone to be aware of in terms of that kind of danger zone really comes in at around about this sort of area. Pushing past that could then come in towards those danger targets that we really don't want to see being broken at all. This is an Alamo for us here and at the 50% line, and it's at that point that I'm going to choose to draw in the red horizontal line for us. I would not like to be holding on to longs here, trying to convince myself that this won't go the way of various other coins past this point. Now, of course, at that point, when if we were to go traversing down past these areas and then come back up again, having found our footing in around about the 618 golden pocket, if that were to happen, then of course this offers you up a most fantastic and easy to manage risk area for you if you bring yourself back around to this point here to trade it towards the top side. What that person said in terms of it's easier to get this one to $1 than it is to get Dogecoin to $1, well, or Dogecoin to $1, well, just quick comparisons here in terms of what we're looking at. That's not what I meant there, sorry. What we're looking at here, you can see that this is within, you know, with a 25% move to get us to that $1, whereas you're looking at an over 100% move to get to the oh wait, sorry. Right, I'm not going to go down that road of trying to do maths on air and getting it all wrong and looking like an idiot. Sorry, because of course that would only take us up to 10 cents. Sorry about that. Lol. Laugh, 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 laugh away. But we need a bit more than a 25% move on both of these coins. What really, in terms of the fundamentals behind this has none. So there's that. DigiByte has got other fundamentals to it, of course, but they're not based around memes so much. It's interesting, but we're seeing this as an issue now. If we do, I'm on the wrong chart now. Which one was I on before where I had my drawings? That sucks. I can go back. Haha, touche, trading view, trying to catch me out yet again. Well, it didn't work, because here we have the drawings back again. Excellent. Yeah, well then you can see here that we have, in terms of the price action, come down quite close to the 236 in terms of the most recent, bring up the 4-hour time frame here. The most recent 4-hour candle, we've already come down and given us a sort of that 2-in-1 head and shoulders, or wash and go your shampoo and your conditioner here, by getting our top end coming in at the very, very top of this area, and then of course a full retrace back down towards the 236 in the one move with a nice solid entry for you. This is the, you saw the likes of Cardano doing before, rising on up the way and just keeping that beat going. So that's great and everything. Easy to manage your risk, like I say, in amongst all these areas. We've already explored that in a good degree of detail. Like I say, 99.999 recurring percent towards being able to, of having actually logged into your trading account and taken over your trading for you. But you're going to always have to find a degree of responsibility within the markets yourself. In terms of how this trend is ongoing, we have got really nice movement here on the ADX. Obviously, staying above the 236 over the next couple of days is probably going to go hand in hand with staying above the 40 point on this one, and then continuing that upward trend. And look out in case we did get any sort of capitulation event happening, pushing us back down the way on that one. Might give you that early signal that there's a little bit more to go, gas in the tank. We have got a little bit of the old bearish divergence there in terms of this high. Compared to our previous high, we haven't really had a big enough pullback to really say that that's locked in there, and for us to be able to simply burn that out and go towards the top side is very much still on the cards. And we can see that quite easily by looking towards the bullish control zone on this one, seeing that the bullish control zone is actually in between the previous low here and here and here and here and here and here, and where we have come down most recently. So if you were to be taking a sort of bet off the back of this finding you as your support, then that's reasonable enough for you. Maybe jumping down towards a lower time frame would give any more insights. There's none of that divergence just between these two highs. That's decent to see. Finding support here could get us that push up the way. I think this is the risk management zone to be aware of, is of course right here in the here and now with these current price action targets for us, which means if you happen to be watching this after the fact, then be sure to hit that like button, of course, because then you'll have seen how this played out. But the more importantly perhaps for you, the subscribe button and that notification bell, so that you can come back and see these videos as they happen, because like Sean Thomas says, there is always something to be learned here on this channel. By the way, sorry to say,